Hello, I'm Danny Barnes, and I'm here today with Jeremiah Robbins on this latest edition of Wolves Weekly. Jeremiah had another great weekend, run the winning streak up to 10 games, and were able to sweep the second place Northwest Nazarene to give yourself a 5.5 game lead in the GNAC Conference. Tell me a little bit about the weekend and what you guys did to get those wins.
You know, our guys came out focused, and it's something that we keep pounding into their heads of being ready to play. And they definitely came ready to play for 4 games against a very good NNU team. They came in as a conference leading hitting team and had some very impressive numbers, stolen bases, and they pitch it really well too. And our guys just stepped up to the challenge, played within their teammates, stayed with each other, and we got some very good performance out of our guys. And very close games that could have went either way, and we definitely found that will to win for 4 consecutive games. So it was a good effort. I was impressed by our team chemistry and how our guys stuck with it against a very quality opponent.
And along the same line, your pitchers, gave up only 7 runs in the 4 games, including just 3 in the first 3 games. Tell me a little bit about some of those performances on the mound.
Good all the way through. Mike Ward opening up game 1, and he was good. He had good velocity. He was commanding a couple pitches with his fastball, so that was good to see him just grind through it. And then Blake Keatsman, game 2, another complete game by him, and did just a good job. And he wasn't as sharp as he's been, but he was good enough. And that's at this point, after in a 9 or 7, you look up and we're on the good side of it. We'll take any effort we can get. And then Jake Petitte, game 3, complete game, 9-inning game. What a gritty effort by him. Going into the 9th, his pitch count was up a little bit, and he wanted the ball to go out there and finish the game. So whenever a young man tells me that, I definitely give him the ball. And it was good. He was better in the 9th than he was in the 1st, and that's just a token to how much heart he has and how he competes as a baseball player for the Wolves. So. And then game 4, Jared Thompson got hit around just a little bit, and then Nunley came in and did a very good job of keeping us in it in a game that was at 4-0 at the time, and then we close it out with a very good performance by our freshman Gavin Height. So as you look at everybody that pitched, and even Kirk Lind in Mike Ward's game, they just stuck with it. Kirk gives up a jack to lead off that inning, and then shuts it down and gives us an opportunity to come back and win that game. So. I'm very proud of our effort from our pitchers, and they did a phenomenal job of stopping a very good baseball team.
And part of pitching is always you have to get some good defense behind you, and it looks like you guys played good all the way around the field.
They did. That's something that Coach Walker does a very good job at. He's our infield instructor of grinding on those guys in our practice situations, and we expect them to be perfect in practice. So when they get in a game, that they expect the same result in a game. So. They did a very good job. We had a lot of tough plays, a lot of ground balls in those 4 games, and we feel them very well. Turned a couple double plays, I believe, and I think we only kicked 1 or 2 balls, and one was on a throw. So I was very impressed with how we just stayed with what we wanted to do with the 4 games and played defense and pitching and defense, the old cliche. You'll definitely win a lot of games.
And do you, along those same lines, do you teach your pitchers to pitch to contact? If they happen to get in a 3-0 count, do you say put it out there, because you have a strong defense behind them?
Absolutely. We talk to our pitchers about that all the time. Trust your defense behind you, and it's a very good defense. Our outfield is very good. Dillard in center and Mosby in left at times. Billy Clontz, Bouvier, Lottie, Yaney, all those guys. Whoever we can put in the outfield, the pitchers know is going to be very good. They all can run. They all got good arms. They cover the ground well, and they can get good jumps on baseball. So, and then you look at our infield with Cesar at shortstop, and Kyle Bowe, who made a couple phenomenal plays this weekend, as he's done all year for us. And then kind of our dirty little guy, Grant Glover, at second base, just a little dirt dog out there running around diving. He's always dirty after the game, which we love. And then Cody Reeves at first base, and Garrett Breda behind the plate, who shut down a running game this weekend. Those pitchers have some trust and faith in their defense behind them, and so they will at times pitch to contact.
And Grant Glover, it seems like he's really solidified that leadoff spot and got some defense for you, and he was named GNAC Player of the Week this week. Tell me a little bit about his performance, especially some of those big hits he had in Game 4 of the series.
I'm just really happy for Grant. He's a guy that has a lot of passion for the game. and he definitely cares about his performance. And he's, we sat him down and talked to him a little bit going into, I think 3 or 4 series ago about the possibility of moving him into that leadoff spot and shaking things up a little bit. He was in and out of the lineup early, and just, basically drawing a line for him and saying, hey, if you want to be an everyday guy, prove it. And he has definitely proven it. I really tip my hat to Grant. He's a good kid. He competes, and as we look at the mold of a Wolves baseball player, we want guys that love to compete, and he's doing that very well.
And another guy picked up, Jake Petitte, picked up Pitcher of the Week in the conference this week. It's when you come into a game, a series with a 2.50 ERA, it's a pretty difficult thing to lower it, and he got it. He dropped it down even more.
Jake's we've talked about him earlier on Wolves Weekly, and nothing ever changes, with my opinion, for Jake. I mean, he's a battler. Just as you look at our competitors that we have, and the good thing is we're about 29 deep in competitors out there. So it's good to see. And Jake has done a phenomenal job for us. We know what we're going to get every single time he gets the ball, which as a coach, that's all you want. We know we're going to get 100% effort from Jake every time out. And, to be the pitcher of the week is well deserved by him. To throw a complete game, 9-inning game, and a must-win to solidify taking at least 3 out of 4, that was very good by him.
And you guys got a very busy week this week. You guys have a doubleheader on Tuesday against St. Martin starting at 2 o'clock, and then you guys take that daunting road trip all the way up to Montana State Billings. Tell me just a little bit about both those teams, what you have to do.
St. Martin's a makeup game, a midweek game for us. Obviously coming in a bit shorthanded on pitching with our top 4 starters. We've already used them, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a gut check game, really. Some guys are going to get some opportunities that haven't had a lot of opportunities to pitch this year, and it'll be good for them. They get that opportunity to show us that they can pitch on the weekends. So we'll see what happens. We're excited about it. And then heading into Billings, very tough place to play. Long road trip, but a team that we're definitely looking forward to playing. A team that split with us on our home yard. We still haven't got that out of our heads yet. That was 2 tough losses by our club, and we're going to go over there and play the real Wolves baseball that we know we can continue to do. They're a very good club. They mix and match with left-handed arms very well. Obviously playing in the little bit lighter air over there, the ball's going to carry a little bit. They do have a very nice facility. We're excited about playing at a dealer park there. It's a minor league facility. So they're a good team. They're well coached. They play hard. Once again, I'll say the same thing like we talked about Central Washington. Don't let that record fool you. They've been on the road. They opened up their season with a ton of road games, and they're a whole different animal at their place. So we've got a tough road ahead of us this week with 6 games. Fortunately, 2 at our place tomorrow at 2, like you said. So we're going to have a good practice today and then make a run at this thing.
I hope you all can come out and catch a game of Wolves baseball this year. Still have a couple more opportunities with that St. Martin series, as well as the Central Washington coming to town May 1st and 2nd. So come on out and join us. Thank you all for joining us today on this edition of Wolves Weekly.